chicken. It's what's for dinner.
Hey everybody, I'm Mama Bird and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm gonna be whipping up some dinner. Now this is a classic chicken and rice casserole. It's one of my absolute favorites, but the difference this time is I'm using homemade cream of mushroom soup. Guys, this is so good. If you missed the video where I made this, I'll have it linked below. I think this is really going to one-up this casserole. So we're using homemade cream of mushroom. I'm gonna use homemade turkey broth, so that's a bunch of flavor there it's going to add. And then we usually put onion in it. I have some freeze-dried onions I haven't tried yet, so let's give them a try. And my meat of choice is chicken thighs. Now one thing about chicken thighs is that I like them with the skin and the bone. Husband does not. So I'm gonna get in here and I'm gonna debone a couple of chicken thighs. Being able to debone your own meat, it's gonna save you a lot of money. The difference between boneless, skinless, and bone in, skin in is a huge difference because that is the butcher taking time to take the bone out for you. But if you learn how to do it yourself, not only do you save money because those cuts of meat are cheaper, but then you can save the bones and the skin and make a delicious broth. So let's get in here and let's see how we can debone a chicken. By the way, my name is Carolina. I feel like everybody deserves to know how to cook and how to save money by cooking with what you have on hand. So if that's the kind of content you're into, I hope you consider subscribing. I'd love to have you come join my YouTube family. All right, let's get in here and let's debone some chicken. All right, well, let's make sure our area is all cleared up over here. All right, I got an extra bowl here for the skin. So the first thing you do is just gonna find that bone, and I just kind of like to cut around it. You don't want to try and touch the bone. You're just kind of pushing the meat down, and then you're going to roll the bone, if that makes sense. Don't be afraid to move stuff around if you need to. So you just find where the bone and the meat end. Oh yeah, bone is out. It's got a little chunk of meat on it still. That's okay, especially when you're learning. And then the skin usually just pulls right off. Now it's still gonna have some fat on it, but that's okay. That'll cook down and add some flavor. And there we have one boneless, skinless chicken thigh. Just like that. So let's do that one more time. Try and find the bone right here. I'm just kind of looking around to see where would be a good place to start. Here's the bone right here, so kind of want to go down here. There we go. Don't be intimidated. I see this is, you see this knuckle kind of broke off here? This is bone right here, so I'm going to, oh, it's a little wibbly wobbly right there, so I'm going to flip it over and do it this way, because I don't want to accidentally get my finger because it's slippery. There's that knuckle I was talking about. That was hard. So we're going to put that in there. And there we go. We got another one. So this still has, I mean, they're not perfect. I'm sure I could practice with it, but it's still going to save you lots of money. So I'm going to run my fingers over it, make sure there's no more bone in there. Oh, same thing. Use your knife to kind of hold it. You can use your hand as well if you don't. I'm trying to have one hand clean and not get it all chickeny. Pull that skin off. There we go. And just like that, boneless, skinless chicken thigh that we did ourselves. And we have some delicious bones and skin to make some stock. So I'm probably going to do, I got 2 of these packages, so I'm gonna do one boneless, skinless, and then one bone in. So once I have this all done, I shall bring it back. All right, I got my bowl. My chicken thighs are here, and then my extras are here. That's one packet done. This other one I'm just going to keep as whole. I'm gonna add 1 cup of rinsed rice. This is super easy, does not take very many ingredients. I'm gonna add my 2 cups of chicken broth, turkey broth. Use whatever broth you want. Straight to that. And then I'm gonna add 1 cup or 1 can worth of cream of mushroom soup. Oh, this is so good. And then I'm just gonna get that mixed up with the rice and the broth. This was a condensed soup that I made, so it does need some kind of liquid if we're gonna like eat it up as an actual soup. Oh, looks good. And then I'm gonna sprinkle some of my freeze-dried onions on there. I think that'll be fine. Roughly an onion's worth. I haven't used these yet, so this will be exciting. I did add a little bit of extra broth just to kind of accommodate that. Okay, and then I'm gonna put my chicken thighs in here. Alright, I'm gonna kind of push the chicken down a little bit. And then you can sprinkle this with any kind of seasoning you like. I have done Creole seasoning and that was really good. I have some coffee rub here that I made for a brisket that I need to use up. So I'm gonna sprinkle this on top. I think it'll be good. It'll add some good flavor. And why not use up a spice you need to. That's one thing that's it's a simple dish, but it can be versatile depending on what seasonings you use. So now I'm just gonna get some foil and cover this. There we go. Now I'm gonna bake this at 350 for 45 minutes. And then we'll check it. All right, and now the skins and these bones, I'm gonna put in a separate bag. And then any bones that I take from the chicken that is cooking, I'm gonna put in here as well. And then we'll put this in the freezer. All right, I had this cooking for 1 hour. It looks absolutely delicious. It smells delicious. I'm going to let it cool down though before we serve it up. Hey everybody. All right, so a few things to know about this recipe. One, I totally messed it up. So to the point where you get it all in the pan, you do not want to cover it with foil and you want to bake it for 1 hour exactly. So you put it not covered in the oven, bake it for 1 hour, it'll come out just perfect. When you cover it with foil, it makes... Well, I never. When you cover it with foil, it makes that skin soft, not crispy. So that was where I messed up. So you're gonna bake it at 350 for 1 hour, not covered. It was absolutely delicious though. It was a little spicy with that chopped coffee rub though, so be cautious of that. I think if you put like a barbecue rub on it, that would be really good. Or even Montreal steak seasoning. Old Bay seasoning would be good. I don't know, what are some of your ideas on different seasonings that you can put on top of it? Ooh, onion soup mix. Get creative with it. There's so many benefits to learning how to debone your own chicken thighs. So get in the kitchen, get your apron on, and get to practicing. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll catch you next time on Mama Bird's.